All right, so one last question.
Sure.
What do you think in next 5-10 years, due to this disruption in the automotive industry, is going to be the most positive aspect for humanity?
I say it's a good question because I'm not sure that we're going to see a really positive impact in 5 or 10 years for humanity as a whole. I think we're going to see a really cool impact with respect to the industry laying the framework for what will become a good impact on humanity. Meaning, to the point earlier, I think we are going to finally see the first level 4 deployment for, revenue passengers, actually within 5 years, and that'll be great. But unless we have regulation that actually starts to mandate, so one of the things, going back to my thing about having an FAVA and needing more government regulation, one thing we forgot to mention briefly was my hope, contrary to your valid concern that regulation could stifle innovation, my hope and indeed my expectation is that regulation will actually expedite things. So my hope and my expectation is that eventually we're going to have regulation that actually fast tracks the deployment of AVs. And so if all goes well, then this will all start to take off at a faster and faster pace. And so conservatively, then what I'm really anticipating is that, and this is a rather big delta for the estimation, but somewhere in the 2060 to 2080 range, we should see mostly a full replacement of human-driven cars in most urban.
2080.
Yeah, roughly.
Roughly.
Borderline.
Right?
And I'm sort of extrapolating out of the proxy of the replacement rate for regular vehicles by electric vehicles. Elon already did the math. I mean, it's easy to do the math, right? Extrapolate out from there, be super conservative. Somewhere in that range, I would anticipate, with the help of regulation, not despite it, but with its help, we'll see this happen. That's when things are going to get very cool.
I'm sure from this there will be no new questions coming and stuff. Yeah.
So, well, that's the great thing about this space. I mean, I think, well, to the point of how you opened this and why I say it's the greatest step change in humanity, I mean, what is more dynamic today? Okay, apart from maybe medical advancements, this is really potentially the biggest, most important thing. Not only are you saving lives, you're making lives a lot easier. Yes, there's a lot of unanswered questions. What are we going to do with the truck drivers, the taxi drivers who lose their jobs? What's going to happen when the suburbs end up becoming more expensive because now it's not an inconvenience to live away from the city? Where do people go for cheaper housing? There's a lot of questions that frankly no one's asking yet, and certainly nobody has answers for yet. But on net, we have to believe and pursue this vastly superior future, and that's just what makes it so cool.